All right, everybody, Baron here, and look at this derpy music. Look at this. New and improved googly eyes. It's tabs, guys. Totally accurate battle simulator. Look at that club. It's got detail. Look at these little guys in the wheelbarrows. I almost said wheelchairs. We could probably make wheelchairs. We could make wheelchair warriors. It'd be awesome. Here's some wheelbarrow guys, and what I love about it is with the new mounting system. See that guy? He just fell out. He throws spears, but since he's mounted, he fell out, and he is now an actual unit. And this is great. One of them just walking around and just punched someone in the back. Okay, so here we see a bunch of axemen, and so the googly eyes, do you see the difference? Look at that. There's differences in size of the whites and the black pupils. Look at that guy's eyes are stuck together. If I miss anything, I want you to point it out because there's a whoa! See? There we go. That's why we watch tabs. I hope I didn't wake up my neighbors because I kind of screamed right there. And it's 2 a.m. Okay, so I want to see if we're missing anything. But these googly eyes, man. These googly eyes. We saw a cyclops, which makes me think of a unit. A giant unit. That's like half bear man, half mammoth, half man. And, you know, because he's so big, he's like 1.5 of things. Half man, half bear, half pig. Man, bear, pig. We could probably make man, bear, pig. But anyway, like a giant cyclops with a big troll, like a big troll hammer, a big troll, club? Yeah, a club. But the club would be like a tree that was ripped out of the ground. And that would be awesome. I love that. See, I love the variety in the eyes. It gives players more personality. And the Cyclops, man, you gotta love the Cyclops. The Cyclops is so cool. So one more time, I wanna see if I miss anything. But look, there's also this kind of like derpy style. The music's cute and fun and very tabsy, right? We got the Wheelbarrow Warriors, which is probably one of the coolest units that the farmers have. The farmer faction. It's still, I mean, as far as I know, it's still faction specific to tabs, right? And it seems like the campaign. Did you just see that guy? I missed that. We've seen it twice. There was a guy who just flew up in the air. What is your favorite faction? Huh? What's your favorite faction in tabs? Or what would be your favorite faction to add to tabs? Because with a unit creator, we can do it. I really love this music. After hearing the same song in tabs for 2 years of my life, it drives you a little bit crazy. So here we go. This is Santa Burke. It's a creative art person working at Landfall now. And these are some of the weapons. And look at them. All right, so let's label them 1, 2, 3, 4 on the front row, left to right, and then on the bottom, 5, 6, 7. If you know the specifics, like number 2, what kind of sword is this? Would this be a pirate sword or more of like an Arabian kind of style sword? You know, like Arabian Nights, Aladdin. By the way, Aladdin being a live-action movie coming to would be awesome. But here we go. I was thinking it when I saw those axes when they were parading past and we were looking at the people's eyes. Was like, what if there's like little different variations to the axes? I don't know. But the eyes, like, you know, if it's in the eyes, I wonder if someone could make that. If it could be a mod that a player could make, or... I mean, Landfall's probably trying to put the game out, and here I am throwing another thing out there of what would be the cool possibilities of tabs. But that's just what tabs is. It's infinite possibilities. Maybe not infinite, but it seems infinite to me when you think about all the things that could be done. This is like, what? A big medieval style club with the little chitlins. I want to say chitlins, even though I'm pretty sure that's like some weird kind of food. This one reminds me of like an Asiatic style, almost like a naginata or something like that, which is Asian faction. So if we have an Arabian faction, that'd be dope. Then we got like a nice a classic medieval axe. This looks like a Roman sword to me, number 5. That definitely looks like a Roman style sword, or maybe a Greek sword. This one, is this the blink dagger? I don't think it is, but it looks like it's very special. It's very special to somebody, and it's very unspecial to whoever's gonna be on the wrong end of it. And then we have this, which looks like Thor's lightning hammer, you know, which always brings us back to this whole idea that we can pretty much make any lore we want in tabs. You know, we could do Marvel superheroes, we could do Lord of the Rings, and we could also do Star Wars. And Will sent me something special. And it makes me think Star Wars. The Imperial March intensifies. Look at this. These are mammoths using the new mounting system to put miniguns on the side of their heads. And Will's like, these remind me of AT-AT walkers. There's a little bit of a lag spike in the middle there. I'm not sure why. And so imagine a bunch of cavemen with spears trying to fight mammoth AT-AT walkers. But it goes to show you that if you just imagine this, you know, increase the size of the mammoth, add a few other guns, like maybe custom-built cannons instead of like those tusks, right? And you've got like lasers. You got the lasers on the heads. I try to do a Christopher Walken. I was trying my best. Look at this. We've got a flat out like caveman style charge. They've got clubs and they've got the caveman style shields with the little holes in them so you can see the people's faces. And I cannot wait to see the first time that an arrow flings through the hole and gets a Cyclops guy in the eyeball directly. Like, do you know how many battles you're gonna have to play to see that happen? How special that will be just because of the RNG of the eyes? But I mean, look at this. This is the Battle of Hoth, baby. We've got 4 mammoth AT-AT walkers here. But yeah, like I was saying, you increase the size of them, you know, and maybe the joints or something like that. So they do AT-AT walker style. You change the body type, but you use the core function or frame of the mammoth, and now you have an AT-AT walker. And then, I don't know, this is me always getting ahead of myself. I always wonder about dismemberment. Like, it'd be really cool for certain things, like, I don't know, I think that should be a future update for tabs. Or maybe it won't happen, I don't know. But it just makes me think of like Luke Skywalker with a lightsaber, just cutting out the leg of an AT-AT walker or something like that. Or even like Darth Maul when he gets cut in half by Obi-Wan. Man, Obi-Wan had the high ground. Even though, actually, technically Darth Maul had. But this is the Battle of Hoth, guys. This is Star Wars. This is how you really imagine just like a bunch of Ewoks. Like custom battle suggestions, which I hope you guys are thinking of them right now. Baron, I want to see 500 Ewoks versus 4 AT-ATs, 1 Darth Vader, 1 Emperor Palpatine, and 4 Death Troopers. You know, that would be awesome. And that would be cool, and we could do it. You know what's crazy? I just opened up my tabs, and I have 99 hours played in tabs. Can you believe that? I'm getting close to 100 hours. And I really think that when the game gets released, I'll probably put in a good 20 to 40 in the first week it's released. I think I'll beat that 100, because if you think about it, like, what do we got? These poor guys never had a chance. Look at this, the campaign mode. I can't wait to make our own campaigns. Look at that. And then make the guys look how we want them to. The unit customization. It'd be really cool if, like, you beat the campaign in a certain way that would allow you to go through it with custom units. Like, here's a chicken man versus this, right? But what if, like, we go in with modded units or something like that? That would be cool. Or, even better, I think this guy's gonna get slapped. It depends. How many chickens can he reproduce? Which came first? The chickens or the peasant army? And it looks like the chickens definitely done kicked their butts. Victory! Because we pooped out chickens. So anyway, we're gonna go to the custom battles, but if you guys have a campaign challenge for me, like only beat the campaign using a certain faction of units, let me know, because that'd be fun. So here's a battle. The first custom battle comes from Mr. Marks TV. Now, I want you guys to put your custom battle suggestions in the comments below, just like Mr. Marks did and some of the other guys you're gonna see as well. Leave a little detailed description of the formation, the units, what the battle is based off of, maybe a little bit of history tidbits. And then, if you see one you like, hit the like button on their comment and vote for the ones you like. Or put your own in, or do both. And we'll see them in the next video. Alright, so this is the last battle of Alexander the Great. This is Macedonia here versus India. And here is Alexander the Great and his personal bodyguard. Now, this is on the map Scotland, and so this is the Indian forces. And here we go, there's the general. And then we've got 2 chariots. 2 chariots. Ooh, this is gonna be a really good clash. Look at this. See, this is what I love about tabs. Those Vikings are moving kind of fast, and I'm wondering, are they gonna help the formation? The spears just kind of hit the shields. Some glance up, some glance down. The shields are getting in there. Oh, and here comes the war elephants. So the chariots are to represent the war elephants. I can't wait till we actually have mammoths. Look at that. See, this is what physics is all about. The shield is literally flying out there. It looks like a freaking field goal. You could probably create a custom map and like have some funny way of like scoring field goals or like making a sport. But yeah, basically Alexander the Great surrounded the Indians. Are these guys actually... Some of these guys died to friendly fire, I think. The Indians are not doing too good. Like the Alexander the Great coming in from the flank, because he was known for that, like the whole hammer and anvil tactics, basically tying them down with pikemen. By the way, I'm always gonna say this. I wish over this last year, ever since we first saw pikemen and crossbowmen and hoplites, if I could have just had those 3 guys in this version of tabs, I could have made like 100 more battle ideas than I did. Look at this. This is the last guy, and he's actually doing pretty good. He's deflecting these spears. He's doing an excellent job until he just got stabbed by this samurai master. And now that just looks very weird. Alright, so what if the Indian forces had a catapult and 2 archers? Would that affect the outcome of the battle? Find out next time by tuning in and hitting the subscribe button. Just kidding. Or maybe, oh my god, look at this. And we still have this, see? We still have the Christmas sleigh. I wish we just could go back to the regular chariot. I have to literally, like, go back and play some of the older versions of tabs to see that. Okay, so right now, the catapult probably did, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna say this. They have a chance. Blue team does have a chance. Alexander the Great decided not to attack the Indian general, so he's cutting up most of Alexander's Praetorian Guard. They're not Praetorians because that would be Rome. That'd be another thing we could do. We could have a right and proper Rome faction. If, you know, tabs, the guys at Landfall, they're gonna make a bunch of units, but I think it's gonna come down for us to make the rest of them and really flesh out certain factions and nations and different strategies, different units, different weapons. We're gonna be able to do all that. Like that catapult rock could explode. And, you know, maybe it shoots out snakes, or maybe it shoots out arrows or fire, or maybe it's just plain old shrapnel or some dynamite, or it's one of those like Napoleonic barrels that will blow up into fire. There's gonna be so many ways to do it. I was just reading about like the Diadochi earlier today, where it was basically like all of Alexander's generals, they formed their own empires after he died, and you know the Macedonian Empire broke up. And there was this thing called the Siege of Rhodes, where Antigonus, I think it was, oh, that guy just narrowly missed death. Antigonus was like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna invade Rhodes. And he created some of the biggest siege equipment the world had ever seen at that time. And they ended up not being able to, oh, look at this. See, this one might come down to, oh, this is definitely going to be, oh, an Indian victory right here. Ooh, and there's the stone, right? But he created some of the biggest siege equipment. So if you look at the game, we've got ballistas, we've got hawachas, and we've got catapults, and then you can kind of say cannons. But imagine siege towers. Imagine being able to build siege towers using the current mounting system that Will's been exploring, right? So this thing, this catapult, it's gonna have like, you could create like the giant siege towers that were used and create castles, and you could almost mount the people to the castles. Or I'm still curious about defense mode. It'd be cool to see, and we've seen it in other battle simulator games, where some units don't move and they stay in place, or maybe like they'll stay in place unless someone gets in within a certain radius of them. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I think it should probably wait for another update for tabs, right? A future update, so we get it out. But then we get to see these substantive updates that keep tabs fresh and pouring out to us with new content. But anyway, imagine this. This is a siege tower. And on that siege tower, there's 50 archers mounted. There's 3 to 4 catapults and a couple ballistas. Maybe there's a hawacha at the top if you wanted to do that. And it's just, and then it's slowly moving towards a giant wall. Maybe the wall is physics-based. I don't know. That's imagination right there. Like, things could happen. Alright, so this battle comes in from Zant the Skeleton. It is Halo, the Fall of Reach. So we've got the UNSC in blue and the Covenant Fleet in red. So the UNSC, United Nations Space Command, they've got 20 muskets as Marines with DMRs, 15 archers as Marines with ARs, 6 M16s as Noble Team, or I'm pretty sure the guys with the Mjolnir armor, the Spartans, right? So I guess with tabs, we could have two kinds of Spartans. We could have ancient Greece Spartans. Oh, come on, baby. Roll that over. Blow it up, man. And then we could have, like, Halo Spartans. Boom. I wonder how armor and stuff like that is going to work. Wow, I'm actually surprised that the battle is this one-sided. Maybe it was probably like the locations. Ooh, does that? Oh, it got him right in the ankle. The Bearman's absorbing a lot of arrow fire, but I'm not sure how much more he can take. I don't know how much more he can take. Oh, he can't take much more. And now, ooh, that looks like the end. Okay, so let's look at this formation, right? So, 15 archers. We've got 6 M16s as Noble Team, 3 beamers as Marines with snipers, 2 ballistas as the Scorpion tanks, 2 cannons as Warthogs with a grenadier in the passenger seat. By the way, I fully expect that we could probably make most of those things with the unit editor that we're going to get with tabs. Hopefully. Then we got the Covenant Fleet over here in red. 20 laser pistols as Grunts, 2 barrels as Suicide Grunts, 20 shields as Jackals. Oh, I should have put them in the front of the army. Maybe that's what we do. Okay. So we're going to put the 20 Jackals in the front and then the little neon blasters in the back. Okay, so here we go. And then we'll get these guys right behind them and see if that can't affect it. And you know what? I'm wondering if I should spread out 2 of these Teslas. One over here, one over there. And then we'll put like one right on the front line and see what happens. Because the Covenant got absolutely worked. And I don't know if you know this, but it's called the Fall of Reach for a reason. Hold on. What happened? I can't see, and I can't rotate the camera. Oh, it's the M16s just ripping them apart. It's the Spartans that are doing it. Oh man, speaking of Spartans, I always imagine a map like Thermopylae. Man, that guy's just getting hit with all the arrows. That guy just tried to do a car wheel attack at him. There's one M16 still going. Oh man, yeah, there's just no chance. One beamer, oh, he got taken out by an enemy beamer. And you know what? It's just not working for him, so here we go. I'm gonna move all these guys to the flank. And I'm gonna move the neon Tesla guys to the opposite sides, and then I'm putting all the archers over here. All right, let's see if a change in formation. Oh, they got one of the snipers. He got hit with a Tesla bolt, a bolt of lightning. What movie is that from? Whoa! Here's another hit. 1.21 gigawatts. A bolt of lightning. Good movie. I wonder if we could make a DeLorean. Oh, all right, yeah. So I'm not sure what. You know what? Maybe the brute should just be more bearmen. Do it. Another bearman charge. All right, so now we got the brutes, but that's another thing. If you wanted to make Halo lore, you could make like the brutes versus the elites. Oh, come on, get him, yes. Oh, look at that. A slight change. Somehow changing them to bearmen totally worked. I'm gonna do that one again, because I'm actually curious how that happened. So we're gonna see the battlefield from above. The line just crumbles apart to that just like M16 fusillade. And, oh, look at this. Actually, there's a lot of them left alive. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was a fluke, right? But that's the beautiful thing about tabs. You can play the battle 10 times and see 10 different results. Alright guys, so this one is the zombie apocalypse. It comes in from Andrew Dahl. 200 peasants acting as zombies versus the last liberators of humanity. 1 M16, 10 swordsmen, 2 cannons, and 1 ballista. And honestly, I don't know if the M16 can keep up. At some point, I'm wondering... Oh wow, some of the footmen are out there and still alive. I'm really proud of them. That cannon just took a lot of them out, and I think that M16 actually did a little bit of friendly fire. There's also this ballista in the back, right? So 2 cannons and the ballista. The ballista's doing good. It all depends on if that M16 is able to shoot, and I think it could. Oh no. Some of the cubes are gonna go off and just... Oh! If that M16 hits this cube, it's straight up over. Oh! He got killed by the cannon. However, there's only one zombie left, and there's still a ballista and a cannon left. Oh, did you see that? I swear that guy just got sucked into that hole. Like, did that just happen? All right, now let's change them. Instead of peasants, what if they're boxers? All right, so now we got 200 boxers. Let's see if this goes the same way. The swordsmen are doing pretty good. I'm wondering if maybe if I... Oh gosh, I think the boxers are able to absorb more bullets. Let's see if this critical mass of them can overpower and overthrow this M16 man. I still want a unit called like the Mimic or like a True Thief. Oh, he's done. He's done. He's done, guys. Zombie apocalypse successful. Changing them from peasants to farmers. Look at this. Smack, 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 smack. Even though... Alright, here we go. We're gonna change the formation of the humans to see if this can't work. I'm gonna put the ballista over here, and then the cannons over there as well, so hopefully there's less friendly fire. Let's see. And maybe it distracts some of the enemy force. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do this as well. Alright. So I'm gonna do the 10 footmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this flank, and then we're gonna throw the M16 guy a little further back because he's got pretty good range, right? And actually, I'm gonna give him 2 personal guard, 2 musketmen. So let's say he like misses. Maybe one of the musketmen can cover one of the guys they don't get. Let's see what happens. It'd be really cool. Like, what if you could customize the musket to where like it would fire a snake, right? Or it could fire a chicken. Like a chicken musket would be hilarious. Oh my gosh. That gravity bomb could oh. The gravity bomb just wiped out the M16. But that's what you call totally accurate battles, boys. It's gonna be a different experience every time. And you know what? Maybe instead of a ballista, we do this. This is the last one. And we give 2 ninjas. Humanity was joined by the ninja faction. Oh wow, that just hurt these guys. Alright, come on Hawacha, do your thing. Silence that. Allow the knights to approach. Oh my gosh, that thing got hit by an arrow. And then it just created a black hole vortex. See, what's interesting is, that's technically the first black hole. Like, that black hole was in before there was a stick fight black hole, wasn't there? Oh, this is not looking good. Maybe you need a Donald Trump. If there was a Donald Trump, he'd definitely win, because he has a lot more hit points, as well as 2 M16s. Yeah, honestly, this is not doing well. Unless the cubes are crazy, this is gonna be a win for the zombies. I still wonder about a zombie unit that, like, when he kills something, it respawns, or it creates, like, maybe the unit just turns green and turns into a zombie, and whether or not they have a certain weapon. Oh my gosh, the cubes did go crazy. The cubes did go crazy. And then, so once they hit a guy, he joins the army of the dead, right? Really cool idea. It's been talked about before. I'd love to see it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching another episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Let me know your custom battle suggestions below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. The Imperial March intensifies. Maximize forward firepower.